It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.
Good evening, model citizens. Welcome to Humanity Junction. My name is Heath, and tonight is Modeling Monday. I hope everyone is having a great start to their week. We are going to put together the open storage shed from CGLaser today. So we'll get to that in a second. We do have the live streams running. You know the deal. They're the live streams. Check them out. Check out all the people. I got a poll going. The poll is, what scale do you model? Unfortunately, YouTube does only give 4 choices, so I had to stick with the main 3, and so far, you know, HO scalers seem to be winning the race, so we'll give them that for tonight. But let's see who's joining us tonight. I know Tom's still going on, so I know a lot of people are hanging out with Tom still, but I am going to get started because now that I'm working, I got to go to sleep at some reasonable time. So if you're still at Tom's, enjoy that show, and hopefully you'll come join us in a little bit. But let's see, we got Artie from Awesome America Model Railroading's here. We got Cameron Caboose 121. We've got Carolina Foothills Railroad, D-Knight. We've got Tim from CP368 Productions. Daniel Banks giving me a thumbs down already, and I'm just getting started. We've got Dwight Curley in the house. I thought I just saw David Adkins here as well. We've got Drew Dudes Model Trains. Dwight Curley, I can't remember if I mentioned your name, so I might be mentioning it twice. If not, welcome, Dwight. Lynn McCurdy, the HDMM MRC going on. You can see his HO scale train running in the back there. We've got Greg from Midsummer End Scale. We've got Andrew, Mr. Pictovid. John from Mystic Southern Railway. Thomas, Split Rock 323. We've got Pappy Trigoglin, and we've got Wig Wag Workshop. Thank you all for coming, and I apologize if I missed any of you. So then the goal of the next couple of videos for Modeling Monday is to do some modeling. So tonight we're going to do this open kit, and then I've got what's the next one? Here's the next one. Got this West End Shack as well, which I'll probably get to next week, depending on how this one goes this week. But we're still working on my corner module, my Woodland Scenic corner module. This is going to be, you know, the guy living in the shack down by the river, and that's what's gonna be happening for now. For Tech Wednesday, technology as a tool, not an obstacle. I'm going to do that again Wednesday night. I think what I'm going to go over is the controllers that I have for the shelf layout. Right now I'm using two ISC Motormans. I'm getting some DC options in. They should come in tomorrow. If they do come in, I'll probably do a little bit of a setup for that over there. Daniel Banks says, "Well, currently I have no thumbs down," so I guess he changed his. Never heard of narrow end scale. Yeah, so there's something called NNN3 or NN3, and basically it's N scale cars, and they put Z scale trucks on them, and it's narrow gauge. Yeah, there you go. Daniel Banks is saying it's N scale that runs on Z scale track. So van probably won't be a van down by the river, but I got from Mini Prints an ATV, so I will probably use the ATV out of the Mini Prints for the guy down at the river, so he'll have a vehicle. Trigoglin says, "Why? Are you asking why anybody would do narrow gauge end scale?" Mr. Pictovid, he didn't get why the van. Oh. Yeah, I still miss it. Some TV show or something? I don't remember. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I've got to work on my Walters interlocking tower, but needs some more supplies. Yeah, we'll get started on this. We'll see how it goes. Did you paint yours, Maurice? I'd love to see some photos of them painted. I think that would be kind of interesting. Oh, I didn't transfer the photo. I meant to transfer a photo. Let me, I got sent a photo earlier, and I thought it was my, I thought it was a picture of my studio, and then I realized it wasn't a picture of my studio, but it was kind of funny to see the photo. So let me see if I can actually open up the photo. I think Lynn McCurdy sent it to me. I'm pretty sure it was Lynn that sent it. Let's, yeah, here it is. So this is, I guess they call it a meme or something like that. Whatever that means. But it says, what is SABLE, S-A-B-L-E? It stands for Stash Acquisition Beyond Life Expectancy. And when I got the photo, or when I got the image from Lynn, I thought he had taken a picture of my studio for the meme. So it just looks like, I'm like, oh no, that looks too similar to to my space. Yeah. Maurice says yes, based on my ATVs my friends have. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about painting the mini print stuff. Uh it's small. It's small. Steve 87 PSAP. Sable is a little rodent that's real soft. Is a sable the same as a mink, or are they two different things? I don't know the answer. But Lynn even says, "Yeah, I thought it looked like your room." So is it? I just heard Tom Strands and things say it. Is MSIL Hunter 5? Is it Missile Hunter 5? I thought that was pretty cool. MySpace. No, like not MySpace with my friend Tom. Yeah, I have a Sable working on my second one exactly. So mink and sable, same family, different animal. So let's get in here. I don't want to waste too much time doing other stuff, but we'll take a look at this. I'll try and keep a close eye on the chat. I'm hoping with this new camera setup, I can get in here pretty tight, maybe get a better view of me putting this together. So, is it possible to post photo? No, Maurice, it's not possible to post in chat. If you email them to me, if I can grab them at the end of the show, I will, or I'll show them at the beginning of next week. Oh, looks like it does not like my hands in the shot. It keeps going in and out of focus, but that's what we're working on right there. This room is a little bit of a dream. I wanted what I call model railroading wallpaper, and I sort of feel like that this a little bit is, it's like model railroad wallpaper. It's just covering the wall. Steve 87 Pizza Heath doesn't want to waste time. Are we on the wrong channel? I'm having a feeling that this kit might take might take a while. So we'll see. Dang it, Heath, my wife just walked by and said, "What does my train room and desk? Why does my train room and desk look as clean as yours?" Because mine's tiny, so I have to keep mine clean. I'm gonna zoom this back out just a little bit, and when we get to a part that we want to see, I'll zoom back in. But let's get this open. So I haven't looked at these instructions. I have no idea. How this is gonna go. I'm looking at this picture and I think it looks easy, but then I open this up and you've got all these little parts. So I don't know. Ooh, I'm hitting the wall behind me. Sorry. First time with the new camera setup, so I'm trying to get it in a good spot. GFW Trains, Wally Andro George, welcome. We got Creepy Gary, or Gary Creepy 013 checking in. Otter Creek and Rio Grande says, "Is it N scale?" This that I'm working on is N scale, yeah, or at least it's supposed to be N scale. If it focuses. If it doesn't focus. Yeah, I'll figure this camera out eventually. There we go. I was too close. Yeah, N-scale laser cut crafts. It says it's a Craftsman kit, but I don't know. So let's take a look. I know I don't usually do this, but we'll take a look at the instructions real quick. So it looks like this is my floor. Boy, I don't know what is going on with these instructions. Oh my. Oh boy. 6 and 0.060 styrene cutting. Okay, no wood, not craftsman. I mean, this is wood, so what email address? Go to the about page on my YouTube channel, and that's got my email address on it. I don't just have my email set up. Let's see. Human City Junction at gmail.com. Add banner. There we go. So that's my email. If you want to send me something. Okay, so there's 0.060 styrene rod that I need to cut, and then there's you guys see this? So 0.6 that I need to cut, and then it's got 0.080. Oh, here it says that's 6, that's 10, A through C, 9, 13, 8. Wow, what is this? It's kind of like paper. Oh, I see. On one side it's like clean, and on the other side it's like weathered. Oh, what am I getting myself into? Oh my gosh. I really should have thought this out a little better. Well. Is it too late to do something different? Am I going to work until I finish it? I could come back in 3 to 4 hours. You might want to come back. 3 to 4 hours might be too soon. Wow, look at this. You literally put these things together. Oh my, 14. So it says use a styrene rod. Wow. Okay. So this is the Great Northern Maintenance Building Open Storage Shed, reference sheet number 329, June of 2005. Note, follow steps in numerical sequence. Cut part sprues from sheet with sharp hobby knife. Carpenter's yellow glue is recommended. Paint parts before removal from sheets. Acrylic solvents or stains work well for painting. I know it says I should paint them ahead of time. You think I'm going to paint them? No, because I'm more afraid of the painting than I am of the the weathered side is laser burn. There you go. Next kit, try something hard. Yeah, I don't I thought this was going to I'm trying to do these kits like in some sort of like from easy to hard. And I feel like every kit that I do is just like so far beyond beyond what I was really expecting it to be. So well, let's geez, I look at this and I don't even know what's going on. All right, so it says number 1. So number 1 is this guy. Let's so if people haven't seen this yet, I've got my old blades and my new blades. The new blades are here, old blades are here. Let's get a new blade out because this is gonna be fun. Grandpa Rails, welcome. Look at that, I do got a thumbs down. That didn't take me long. Yeah, the Outland model kits that you just snap together are easy. I probably should have stuck with the reality is, probably once it's put together and you've got a bunch of other stuff going on, nobody can probably tell the difference. It's just wire spools and a couple of pallets and a roof. You can do it. Pappy, I'm glad you have the confidence. But yeah, so, you mentioned, yeah. Where's the comment now? I just saw the comment. I don't see it now, but I've got the toothpicks here, and I will put the glue in this when I get to it. But first, Ooh, that was loud. First, I'm going to cut out number 1. Is Heath gonna get 6? No, no, we're not playing that game of we're not playing the thumbs down game again tonight. That was fun last night. We're not doing it again tonight. So get N scale, people said. It'll be fun. You'll be able to get a bunch of stuff in a small place. You can have lots of trains. You can have your circus trains at N scale. It'll be great. N scale is fun, they tell me. Here I am. Here I am. Making a shed where this is the main part of the shed. Look at that. All right. So that's piece number 1. That's good. So let's find number 2. Number 2, A through C. 3, A through B. Oh, note angle. Interesting. Interesting. So if you notice here, so I need to cut 2, 3, and 4. And if you notice, they actually, I say if you notice, I don't even know if you can see that. You can see they actually show the angle of the cut. So when I put them on this, they are going to want to be angled. Oh, I get it. So this is going to be the top. So the angles do not glue post to base if base will be used. If base, what? Oh boy. All right. Let's keep going. All right. So here's some styrene. I'm gonna cut the one end just so I have a straight. So I'm using the line. Let's just do this real quick. I'm using the line of the mat to just sort of square the end off. I apologize if I'm not reading the chat as much as I usually do, but we're getting there. Oh boy. Is anyone else as nervous as I am? At least they've got this little cutting jig, which is kind of nice. Although I can't. Oh, there we go. So there's one. So now for this one, I'm going to take the angled edge, put the angled edge there, and then cut the straight edge. Okay, so now we got 2 of these. So let me look back at this real quick. So the 2s are going to go on one side. How am I going to get these to stay? Boy, do I really want to give up at this point already. Look at this. Look at this. I got to get these to stay in these holes. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is good stuff. Remember that part of the top of the directions that read, yeah, familiar yourselves with the directions. Not a Heath kit. I wish it was a Heath kit because I would actually be able to probably do a Heath kit. But if Heath gets this built, it can't be a Craftsman kit. Yeah, I don't. Don't you love a hobby that's relaxing? I'm sure this is more relaxing for all of you than it is for me. But yeah, I'm wondering. I'm not sure. I'm curious how this styrene's gonna. I don't know how this styrene's gonna get glued in. I feel like that's the real mystery. So let's just keep cutting. We'll cut them all out, and then we'll panic in a second. We'll panic later. Cut now, panic later. 1, 2, and here's a little bit left over. So these are my number 4s. Can't pick them up. And then I need one more 4, so that edge is pretty straight. Cut this here. Okay, is anyone bored yet? Should I stop this project? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Trey Coughlin says this is called entertainment. That's one word for it. True entertainment right here. Well, I'm glad you guys are entertained because I don't know what I'm doing. So this is an angled cut. I love how they say like angled versus straight cuts. You can barely see the angled versus straight cuts. So here's one. Okay, so one more. One more, and then we get to glue these on. There we go. Okay, so we got them cut out. So this is number 5. So this basically is going to go on top flat. Note angle. So I know what the directions say. Do this in this is not what I meant to click on. I meant to click on this. Did I learn this in Circus College? No. I'm gonna need to move. I'm gonna need to find a different way of setting this up because I can't see the chat now because the camera's in my way. But maybe use your Playboys as a layer on your. Yeah, no Playboys. I don't have any Playboys. Is that the base or the top? So this is the base, and then this is the top. So, but what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to glue them into the base first because the base is thicker. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's probably hard to tell, but the base is definitely thicker than the top. So I'm going to actually put them in the base first. So let's try that. Okay. So I'm trying to pay attention to the angles on these things, but I don't. It's very hard to tell the angles, and there are just through holes. So I feel like it's just gonna go through the holes anyway. So I've got all these like, angle things, right? To like try and I got all this angle stuff so that like I can help line, but I don't know how to set these angles. All right, so that's the base. And so this is kind of working, right? I mean, this is kind of doing. I just enlarged the picture on my 26-inch screen, and it's too small. Yeah. Right. So I do the I can make out the angle. I can see it. Dana just check the instructions. I can make out the little angles on the top. It's obvious enough. What it more is just like getting these standing up straight. Okay, so I'm gonna move a couple things out of the way. And I am going to put wax paper down. And I'm putting the wax paper down so that I can put some glue in the holes. So I'm going to like pull these out one at a time. I'm going to drop a little bit of glue in the hole using a... Oh, sorry. Let's see if I move this over here. I'm going to put some glue in here. I'm going to use a toothpick and just drop a touch of glue in the holes, and we'll see we'll see what's going on. So Mr. McTovid, on my 42-inch TV, the picture is pretty sharp. Well, at least we got a sharp picture. Let's do this. All right, so I'm right-handed, so I'm actually going to switch these over this way. So, you know, I'm so not worried about these angles at all. I think the angles are kind of BS. Boy, this is definitely gonna stick to the to the desk thing. Oh. All right, sorry for not talking so much. I'm like my computer. I've only got so much bandwidth, and right now I'm using all of that bandwidth to try and put glue in a hole that is, I guess I could just be dipping, I could just dip the end of this in the glue as well. Let's keep going with this version though. So what I'm going to do is, after I get the glue in the hole, I'm going to go back and try and stand them all up a little better, because I think as the glue dries, I'll be able to get it to be a little bit more straight up once the glue's a little bit more tacky. And that's way too much glue, so I'm just going to wipe some of that away. Put it back in there. This is an outdoor shed, so, you know, doesn't need to be perfect. Yeah, I don't think I ever would have gotten them to stay in that piece first. I don't know why that was the suggestion. If you have any bandwidth left, send it over to Tom. Oh boy. Shouldn't the poles in the front be shorter? Yes, this is the front. Or actually, the poles in the back are shorter. The poles in the front are longer. But I guess, you know, what is the front and the back at the end of the day? It's all relative, right? Well, I don't know where I learned this. I don't know where I learned the wax paper trick, but I got to tell you, this is yeah. So the flat end of the pole is the piece that I'm sticking in this hole. So theoretically, if I've got it in here right, the angle is going to line up so that when I put this piece on. When I put this piece on, theoretically, the top of the angles are all going to kind of line up, which I don't think they are, but I guess what I'm thinking now is I'm debating whether to take this off of here and flip it over. When you put the beams on top of those poles, it'll set the angle of the roof. The beams, though, it says, are not until step 7. So I'm still, I'm not there yet. Let me get. Okay. So I got a spatula type thing. So what I think I'm going to do is, now that I've got the glue on it, I'm just gonna pry it off. So now it's relatively straight. You can kind of see the angle is set. So I'm going to put glue in these holes now on this guy, and then I'm going to set this on top of that guy. So let's get on to it. let's get on it. I can't wait for him to put the slats on the pallets. I know, right? Putty knife, yes. It's what did I call it? A thingamajig? Yeah, it's a putty knife. Did I really need the putty knife to get that off? No. But I don't know. For some reason in my head, I thought that the putty knife was a good idea. I thought that it would give less chance of, having any issues with the putty knife. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to flip this thing over. Hopefully in my dreams, this is going to work. Okay. Who has faith in me? Ha, ha, ha. Okay, so now what I need to do, I'm going to take my, I got to remember to remove the, I think it's a 12-step program. That's pretty funny. Train wreck coming. Train wreck is here. I don't think train wreck's coming. So we're gonna get all of these into the holes. So the other thing that's actually nice about the wax paper setup is that I can spin the piece around to see the other side. So which do I want it? I'm gonna have to flip it over. I don't know which. So they're all in the holes now, but what I don't know is what is straight up. Hold on. There we go. So some of these are not cooperating. Flip it back over. I'm having problems. What's happening is as I'm working with it, it's like sliding down on the posts. And some of these posts aren't in the holes. Go. There we go. Oh. These are sliding down. So I am just going to not touch this for a little bit. I'm going to not touch that for a second. How does that sound? Oh, it isn't straight up. The opposite is straight down. It is, but I don't know which is which. Do over. Yeah, I'm just going to keep flipping it over and over again until I get something right. That seems like a real design issue to me. Like, I would put wood strips on top so the poles couldn't do that. Yeah, I know. I think it's kind of an interesting design choice. What I'm about to do next, for 6X, which they're showing all of these slats here as being 6. And it looks like what I'm about to do is cut them out and put them on top of the piece. So it will eventually cover up all the holes, but it does kind of seem a little weird to me as well. But, that's, I don't know. I agree. I now know how long it took George Celius to build his layout. Yeah, I know, right? It's a lean-to shed. It leans to the left and leans to the right. Model it as an old dilapidated shed. I don't think I need to model it that way. I think it's going to happen. Yeah, there are the beams. The beams are here. And when I get to step 7, where is it? Right here, 7. Yeah, add in the beams. So I'm just I'm just letting this dry a little bit more. You know, it's looking shed-like. It's actually pretty good. Can you see that? Oops, sorry, wrong way. That's not bad. It's like an N-scale hardware floor. Yeah, exactly. Paint the parts silver and make it a scrap load. Yeah, I don't. I'm eventually going to. The beams are between the roof and the floor. It's showing it upside down, so the beams are up against the roof side. You can see it here in the. See it here in the picture. The beam is going to be across the top of the roof. So, yeah, it's. I mean, this is what I'm like. It's paper thin. It's just paper. Yeah, no, I am not. I am not done yet. I'm getting there though. Like I'm. That's pretty good that I made it that far, right? I mean, that looks a little bit like the picture. So I was supposed to cut all the rods on an angle. I don't know how well I actually did, but I'm going to. Oh, that's interesting. They're not even spaced out. I don't understand the. I was hoping I could just like glue this on. I guess I could just glue this on. So what do you think? I'm thinking I just glue this on and then cut it off along the front and the back. And I'm thinking that that is how I get this, how I get all these pieces of roof wood on the top. Does anyone here think that that is just a terrible idea, or is it just a bad idea? But I'm kind of thinking that's the idea right there. I'm just straightening them out a little bit. Yeah, so I'm thinking I place that on there and then I'll come by and just trim it off. What do you think? Heath, that's what I would do. Glue it on and cut it later. Yep. Yes, easy way out. The little bits are not peel and stick. Noro says he's lurking. It's a wood kit, a styrene kit, and a like paper. This kit seems to be paper. So kind of wish. Oh, I was gonna say I kind of wish I had a small brush, and then I remembered I've got the little. I've got these little micro brushes, so I'm gonna use this on here. I'm gonna. I'm gonna. You know what I just noticed? It looks like that is actually how they intend. There's little like cutouts on this to cut this out. I think that like brilliant idea that I had is how they actually intended it was supposed to happen. I'm just not smart enough to know that my brilliant idea was the actual way it's designed to be done. So there we go. That's cut out. So I am going to probably screw up and put way too much glue on this, but let's see what happens here. I can hear everybody yelling in the chat. What are you doing? That's too much glue. So what I'm going to try and do is get some glue on the ends, and then I'm going to spread it out. So I will spread it out. Doing this on wax paper, so it shouldn't stick. At least not stick too much. So I'm going to glue both ends, and then I'll brush it towards the center. I know I feel like I don't want to stop to read the chat because I don't want the glue to like dry and set up too quickly, so like I'm not reading the chat, and I could just hear everybody like making suggestions like, no, no, don't do that. What are you thinking? That was my vocal impression of the chat, by the way. That's like when I read the chat messages, that's what I hear you guys saying to me. No, what are you thinking? Don't do that. That's the wrong thing to do. Go. Well, I'm just using the other side of the brush as kind of like a little bit of a burnishing tool, just to kind of give it just a little bit of pressure and adjust, well, maybe not adjust so much, but just one of the beams a little bit. I'm gonna make it a little straighter. There we go. And okay, now we let that dry. Look at that progress. If I was gonna do it, I would have put glue on the roof and place it. So I thought of putting glue on the roof and placing it, but then I would have had a coating of wood glue on the roof. And then when I went to go back and paint it or stain it later, the coating of glue on the roof would have prevented it from staining. So that's why I put the glue on the piece of paper. So all the excess glue now is here on the wax paper, not on the roof. So yeah. Just hope Sparky isn't one of the flights that was canceled. Is Sparky coming out to Vinny's already? I know he's coming sometimes in October. Yeah, if it was peel and stick, then contact spray would be better. Oh, interesting idea. Yeah, contact spray would have been a good idea too. I thought this worked pretty well though. Lenny's not flying until next week. Okay. Yeah. Are they running the right way? So according to the drawing, they run from the high side to the low side. So according to this, yes, they're running the correct direction. So when it rains, as it probably will do, the rain will, hit the top and it'll run down the thing. So I'm gonna grab some finish scissors that I have. And I am going to use the finish scissors to cut that off. Sorry, they're not called finish scissors. I just realized they're called detail scissors. So these are Fisker detail scissors, titanium, non-stick. So yeah, contact adhesive might have made it easier, but same thing. It worked out. It worked out. Did it work out? We'll find out eventually. So, boy, I don't know why this part. I don't know why I'm so much more nervous about this part, and I've already kind of done the hard part. So, there we go. Starting to come together. Starting to look like a roof. Yeah, I got these detail scissors because they're supposedly designed for, cutting small parts, and I figured with doing a lot of stuff in N scale, I mean, you can see here's the regular size Fiskars, and here's the detail scissors, so it's definitely easier to cut it out with these little scissors here. And the wood glue is actually drying pretty quickly, or at least I mean, I'm not going to go put any, real weight on it, but it definitely is, it's definitely staying, it's definitely holding its shape that I can hold on to it with my hands. So there we go. And I actually like what happened is with the detail scissors, there are some that are kind of like hanging over a little bit. And I think that actually adds a little bit to the realism of it, is just the little bit of overhang on some of them. You know, it's not perfect, is what I'm trying to say. So now we're going to move on to step 7, A through D, which is adding these little crossbars up across on the roof pieces. I don't know what I would let the glue dry before doing this. Yeah, it's pretty dry. Is that cut flush against the edge of the roof? It's pretty close to flush. It's close enough that if a guy was building this shack out in the middle of nowhere, it's close enough. I really should have painted these styrene poles, is what I really think, but I'll just grab a black wash at some point, and I'll do it with a black wash first, and like Dennis says, it'll be fine. Thank you, Dennis. I agree. So let's get at it. Let's get at it. Get at it. So we're gonna cut this off. I tell you, man, the quality of these laser cut kits. I mean, I don't know if they've always been this good, but the quality of the kits is really good. It's just cut out really well. I mean, look how clean this is cut out. It's just really good. I gotta make sure I'm actually doing this in the camera shot. Oh, sorry, it goes out of focus sometimes. That's unfortunately the problem with using an autofocus camera, but you know. All right, so now what I need to figure out, and these will definitely help support the structure. So I need to figure out how to glue this in here. Basically gonna go like that. So it's gonna go in there like that. So I guess I'm gonna put the glue. I'll put the glue on the piece, and then I'll drop it in here. So let's put a little dab of glue there. Let's put a little dab of glue here. It really is true. You really don't need that much glue when you do this kind of stuff. I used to really put a lot of glue on things, and it really hasn't been. It's really been working out well to try and just put a little less glue on things. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Use a pin instead of a toothpick. So I've got these big tweezers here, but I've got a smaller set of tweezers here. I'm gonna grab the smaller set just to help me push this into where it needs to go. So one thing that's become obvious is this pole right here isn't in the right spot. So let's move that a little bit. Move these a little bit. Well, it's not 100% square. Kind of like I built it. So it's pretty close. Pretty close. You can just paint some houses and hotels for Monopoly for Z-Scale. That's true. Guitar string and a skewer is what I use for small parts. There you go. Hey, Crazy Joe, what's happening? Yeah, pin would hold less glue. That's true. That is true. How do you build this without eye loops? Well, I'm using reading. I mean, these are reading glasses essentially. Uh, should I be using eye loops? Probably. Uh, Thank you, Dennis. If you haven't seen his channel, go check out Dennis's structure builds. They're really pretty good. They're really good. Wow, a 1/12,000th? 12, yeah, thousand scale diorama with this. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Hey, John, what's happening, sir? How is Thanksgiving going on? And to any other Canadians here as well, if David Adkins is here or anybody else, hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. So I think that probably give that enough time to set, and we'll do the backside now. And I'm not gonna grab a pin. I'm just gonna grab another. I'm gonna grab another. What's this called? Uh, Whatever this pointy stick's called. Boy, I am blanking. Completely know what it's called. Toothpick. I'm grabbing another toothpick. I think this is applying a decent amount of glue, you know, for what I need it to do, really. Um, you know, we'll see. We'll see if it works. So, if you don't know, I'm just adding another, like I have on the front, I'm adding another cross member across the back. So we'll take another one of these and we'll drop it in here, get the fine tweezers out, and just and ironically, this back one fit much better. So now on the instructions, the next step is to put the center two in. Um, some reason I feel like that's going to be slightly harder, but I think I'm going to keep it in this orientation, and I'm just going to try and... Oh, don't do that. That's how you go. That's how you break things. We're going to keep it in this orientation here. Now let's do it. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, here's this one. So we'll put a little glue here on this side. Drop more. And we'll put a little drop of glue on this side. And then I'm going to take one of these, and if I can do this right, probably very hard to see what I'm doing right now. There we go. Can you, so I don't know if you can see that or not. Sorry, I guess I should have warned you about the fast movement, but I did get that roof piece in there. That channel is called Art Models. That particular video is called The Tiniest Diorama with a Train. If one of the moderators that are in here, if you could find that and link that, that would be awesome to share with everybody. Really, really curious. Love how he looks at chat. His mic works. Oh, yeah. Well, the mic's right here. I gotta rework stuff. Happy Thanksgiving, Sparky. Welcome. Welcome. So let's flip this over. And let's do the next one. Toothpick. And if people can let me know, like what do you think of, is this camera Is this camera working out? I know it's kind of in my face here in this version, but I feel like you can see it, okay enough. I guess just let me know in the chat. I'm just curious how this new camera setup is working out. 'Cause I remember when I built the outhouse and stuff, you couldn't really make out what I was doing. So there we go. I think you can see now I've got all of them in there. I got a little bit of extra glue. A little bit of extra glue. But it's not too bad. Not too bad. So while I'm waiting for that to dry before I move on to the next step, great on the cameras. Thank you, Dennis. It works. It's tough to get space to work the camera in place and have it where you can see. Yeah, it's a little bit of a challenge, but no, Thomas, don't give me a call. I won't answer it. He's come a long way with the cameras. Thank you so much. Adam's off early to bed. Sparky, it was a good Thanksgiving. Great, really, to get out to the in-laws' place. Oh no, sorry to hear that. Tom, thank you so much for sharing that link. Much appreciated. Uh-oh. I tried clicking on the link and I broke something. Of course I broke something. Well, while I'm fixing this, I do want to take a minute and thank all of the people that support my channel, both through Patreon and through YouTube membership. Really appreciate it. Really helps. It allows me to upgrade my camera gear, be able to, show you the videos of me putting these together. So please consider becoming a member, super chat, super stickers, all that kind of stuff, as well as just support my sponsors who are supporting me by providing me with some of the, the train stuff that I'm using for this. Frank, thank you so much. Really appreciate your message. Appreciate you being a member. Frank and I did, I think we've probably known each other at least over a year now. So it's been really great getting to know people that are a part of the community. Sparky, really sorry to hear that. That's a bummer. So what's going in the shed, Sparky's layout, the Helix is going to be tough to build in there. Yeah, this is really just going to be a shed down by the river. Roy's saying it's not 1/12,000th, it's 1/700th. So, but yeah, every time I try and click on the link, it seems to crash my computer. So I'm gonna have to go back and find that myself, because I can't seem to click the link. I get it breaks my computer, which seems to be the, oh no, that's just trains and dioramas. That's not it. Ultra realistic muddy I can't find this. Let's see, what is it called? Art models. Train art models. Boy, I can't find it. Trains and dioramas. Well, so someone's gonna have to send me a link, because at the rate I'm going, it's gonna take me all day to find this. Yeah, I still can't find it. Anyway, thank you everyone. Really appreciate it. I love having a train live stream and chat. Nobody I know is into trains. Yeah, I love this. I love this. But yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Let's move on. Getting a little off topic. I know. I know it's a big topic, and I know it's yeah. Let's see what's next. So we just did 7. So it says remove the base if it's not desired. I'm going to leave the base on because I think it'll help me with the layout. So now step 9. Do not remove from sheet. Glue 10 A through C, then remove. Oh my gosh. Ten A through C. Okay. Am I really about to attempt to build pallets? N-scale pallets out of paper? How is this going to work? Oh my gosh. All right. Let's Roy, on my phone, I click Super Chat and it's an option there. Not sure about PC. Yeah, on the PC, it looks like a $sign is what the super chat looks like. Yeah, okay. So who wants to see me make this is so crazy. Look at this. This is literally a piece of paper. And I'm about to take a piece of paper and try out cutting out pieces to make a completed palette. So basically this is done, is what it's saying. The shed is done. So I've completed the shed. What I haven't completed is bye. What time is it? 10:35. I guess I can't give up yet. You can buy aftermarket pallets. Might be easier for N scale. It would be. Same kit Z scale. Yeah, no. Yeah, resin printed pallets would probably definitely be easier. But you know, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I should try it, right? I mean, might as well try it. Roy, thank you. Yeah, I think it's neat. If you're a member, you can send like a member. You can send a special sort of member comment that pops up, which is kind of good. Um, Heath never takes the easy road on stuff. Wouldn't go wrong that way. Yeah, I mean, I'm at least gonna try this. I've got to try it. I can't not try. I mean, I could not try, but I'm gonna try this. Let's try this. So we're gonna put a bunch of glue on this. Oh, as I mess some of it up, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna cut out. I'm gonna cut out the some of the inside outside pieces. I'm gonna use a small tweezers. And oh, not this one. This one. All right, 2.75 magnification coming up. Boy, I can't see anything. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So that doesn't look right. That looks right. Man, even with this 2.75, I can't I can't even see it. I can't see it. I don't know if you can see it. My head might be in the way. For all I know, my head's in the way. Apologize if my head's in the way. I think the glue is dried already. Yeah, the glue's completely dried already. Take one did not work. Ah, boy, that was interesting. That was an interesting attempt. Um, yeah, these are. This is this is making pallets out of paper. Well, we'll try again in 1 second. Frog Feeder, I know I don't have the patience. Yeah, exactly. Drew Dude says, back to the insanity. All right, here we go. Tech question. I bought an A10 Mini for my cameras. It had HDMI ports for 4 cameras, but all my cameras are USB. Is there adapter? There supposedly is, but an A10 Mini is designed for HDMI cameras. Uh, I have never seen a USB to HDMI adapter for like a camera to go in that reverse direction like that, but somebody told me it exists. But yeah, so the A10 Mini is designed for like professional studio cameras, so it's, you know, HDMI in. Um, if you have USB cameras, the easiest thing to do is just do the switching on your computer. You know, do the just the way I'm doing all of this with the HDMI stuff. But yeah, we can talk more about the A10 Mini. It's a nice little unit. Definitely is. Definitely is. Like anything to lean them up against. Yeah, the prop to keep them up while drying. But you only get one per day, it seems. I'm not sure. Insanity Junction. It is. I think it's just when I get the glue on it, I think I'll be okay. Um, I think I'll be okay once I get enough glue on it. It's just a matter of getting enough glue on it. So I got a picture that I want to show you guys. Here it is. We were talking earlier about the ATV from Mini Prints. So let's see if I can figure out how to zoom in on this a little bit. Oh, it's not making it. It's only making the screen bigger. It's not actually doing what I want to do. But you might be able to see there's a little ATV, a green ATV with a little guy sitting on it that Maurice Grimes just sent to me. So thank you for that. That's one of the Mini Prints ATVs. Yeah. So you want HDMI cameras. So you want HDMI cameras. You probably want to spend about $600 a camera. The camera that's my face cam is $900. This camera here is this one that you see is like $2,000. So it kind of depends what you want to do. This camera that's on the shelf is actually an old GoPro Hero 5. It's actually it's got HDMI. If you have a GoPro, this is a GoPro 9. You can get what's called the Media Mod, and it'll do HDMI out. Not the best HDMI camera, but it's decent. It's decent. So like you have your GoPro 8, I think it is. You can get the Media Mod and then use this on HDMI. But yeah, we can talk more about the A10 Mini if you want. But Randall's having a late night dinner. You can get USB to HDMI adapters. So you can get an adapter that'll take a USB webcam and convert it into an HDMI source. I've never seen that. I mean, I've seen adapters where you plug them into your computer and it's got an HDMI out. But yeah, yes. Yeah, I mean, this is, I get it. This is N scale. But this is, this allows me to show people what I'm working on. So it's kind of it's a catch-22. It definitely is. It's not cheap. So you don't have to buy a $600 camera, but if you're spending the money on an A10 mini, it's worth it to buy a good thing. Okay, so male adapter Thunderbolt, USB-C to HDMI male adapter. Connect. Sorry, let's read this thing together. Chrome tab. So this is the link that Roy just shared. And let's. I want to read this thing closely with everybody here. Let's see. Connect the adapter to a USB-C cable and then connect to the HDMI port of the TV or projector to convert from a MacBook to a large screen display. Yeah, this is going the other way. This is not, I mean, if I'm reading this correctly, this is not converting a USB webcam into HDMI. This is the allowing you to use like a USB-C port to a monitor or projector. This is going in the wrong direction. Sparky wants to go the other way. He wants to take a USB webcam and he wants to plug it into an HDMI switcher. If that makes sense. Split Rock needs some clean HDMI cameras. Split Rock, we talked about getting those, get some of those $200 camcorders we talked about. But, yeah. Yeah, I want this lens. So this camera is about $1,000. This lens is more than the camera. It's just, it's just the way it is. But yeah, Sparky, this guy goes in the wrong direction from what you want. I'm not saying they don't make it the other way, but this is going the wrong direction. Let's see. USB. Let's see. Convert USB webcam into HDMI. Here we go. Well, this guy says it can be done. USB camera to HDMI adapter into an ATEM. So this is what Sparky's looking for right here. That Febon device. You can't see what I'm sharing. I need to share a different thing. Chrome tab, Febon. So this is what you need. $260. Logitech USB webcam Mevo start to HDMI converter, $260. So yeah, that'll get you there. Here it is, showing it HDMI into an A10 mini. Now, what I personally would not spend $260 to get a $50 webcam into an A10 mini. I would buy a camera. But oh, I just realized I wasn't. Sorry, I wasn't screen sharing. But yeah, sorry, $260. So yes, ZV-1, fantastic camera. I think it's about $900. But fantastic camera. If you are just streaming with the camera, I would not get a ZV-1. get an A6100 or get a Canon M50. So this is a Canon M50 Mark II. So, Sparky, don't toss the Mini in the garbage. Send it to me. But no, if you want me to be straight up with you, an A10 Mini is great if you want to have a small production studio, and I prefer doing all the switching in the computer. It's just easier for me. I've got a button thing over here that does all my switching for me. So it's just easier for me to do all my switching for the computer. An A10 Mini is great if you... I don't know. Some people like them. I don't know. In what we do as live streamers, what we do as live streamers, I don't think an A10 Mini is worth it. It gives you no advantage to what you can do with your computer, unless you have a really old computer. But yeah, Sparky, I don't know if you can return it, but I would take that $500 and I'd spend it on a camera. Getting a $500 camera is going to give you a lot more than an A10 Mini is. Yeah, I don't think... Does Sparky have a video camera, though, with a clean HDMI out? I think that's the... That's the conundrum. Yeah, Blackmagic does make some awesome stuff. Don't feel like a schmuck. But so part of why I'm doing the Wednesday night series is because, like, this kind of question, I'd love, like, Sparky, like come ask me. If you want to buy an A10 Mini, come ask me about it, and we'll we can talk about it. So a Nikon D750, check that it's got clean HDMI out is what you want it to have. I don't know the Nikon series well enough to know if the Nikon D750, but you're looking for something called clean HDMI out. And I think it's not Free World, it's Feel World, I believe you're talking about. FEEL World, I think. I could be wrong. But yeah, Rick wants me to get back to the palettes. But yeah, so clean HDMI out means you don't have a display showing. So like a typical camera like this, when you output to HDMI, you will see all the stuff. You'll see all the the screen stuff, and you don't want all that screen stuff showing when you're live streaming. So it's called clean HDMI out. So this camera has an option to turn off turn off all of the displays and everything. Yeah, so just because it has HDMI out doesn't mean it's clean HDMI out. So Feel World, so I don't have any way to show it right now, but I have a monitor right here, and the monitor is right next to my face camera, is a Feel World 5.5-inch monitor, and I've got it connected to this camera. So this camera runs to an HDMI to USB adapter so I can get it into the computer, but I also have an HDMI monitor set up here so that I can see, so like as I move this, I can see it on the monitor as well. So even though you can't see it, I can frame up my shot on the monitor, and I've got what's called peaking turned on, so I know if it's in. Yeah, we did. We're on to Wednesday already. David says we've lost the modeling. Yeah. So a lot of Nikons allow you to turn the display info off, as long as it's of the right generation. But yeah, so I have this camera, so like I can set it up so that I know what it's looking at and then switch to it. So I'm not like moving the camera around or whatever. But yeah, Tech Talk Tuesday. Oh, sorry. There we go. Tech Talk Tuesday took over from Modeling Monday. Yeah, Sparky's saying back to the palettes. The palette is too, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this palette. To be honest with you, let's. Oh, see, I stuck my hand in the way. Let's try. Let's try the palette again. So here are the palette pieces. I think. I don't know. So these look like they may be folded over or something. I think those broke. Because the palette piece is supposed to be this long. That's how long the palette piece is supposed to be, and it's supposed to like stand up across this. Let's see. There we go. So ironically, I can see this better through the screen than I can looking at it on the table because I'm able to zoom in on the camera. Yeah. So Lynn just uses a webcam with a long extension cord, and you know, it's perfect for him. Okay, so let's try this again. I'm gonna try. So here's one of them. Well, sorry. Sorry. Camera. Focus camera. There we go. So I'm gonna cut these out. Oop. Okay, so we cut some of those out. Not that one, just these. Okay, so there we go. So now we got three good palette pieces. So now we're gonna try one more time. What's on fire? How about you model a pallet in a barrel that's on fire? Jeez. I'm happy and it saved my money for trains. Yeah, I mean, I like this video stuff, so it's kind of a, it's kind of a thing. So okay, so we're gonna take some wood glue. I just put the wood glue on the wax paper slightly off camera. I am going to put some glue on. Move this back a little bit. There we go. So I got some glue on it. Now we're going to attempt to pick one of these up. Oh, geez. They're flying everywhere. Things are flying. And let's see. Let's set it in the center. And I'm going to pick another one up. And we'll put it on one end. The first one went down so easy. I don't know if maybe the glue's dried already. There we go. We got that one and one more. Oh, that's not the right thing. Let's try this one. Over. I hope the camera has stayed at least somewhat in focus. I haven't looked up in a little bit, so I'm not exactly sure. I had it standing up, and then I was trying to get it to sit flatter. All right, so I just lost that somewhere. We're gonna add a little more glue to try and get a little bit more. Oh, it's way too much glue. Way too much glue. And add a little more glue to get a little more sticking power on that side. And I don't know where it went. It flew across the room. Here's one. Things keep falling out of my tweezers and flying across the room. So this is not the right thing, but we're going to use this. There we go. So that's the first part of it. Get my little spatula, get it off here so it doesn't dry. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this for a couple seconds, and maybe I'll read some chat messages. But let's see if I can. If I do it this way. So you can see right here, it looks a little bit like a mess, but you can see they are standing up on edge right there. So the next thing to do is put some other pieces on it. So we'll do that in 1 second. We'll let it dry. No breathing. Yeah, I did. I definitely blew a couple away already. This is where the guitar string and glue on only the cross piece would be handy. Yes, it sure would. Before YouTube, we couldn't watch Heath. That's very true. Very, very true. Next, I have to build a forklift. They do. Although I don't think this guy would have a forklift. 30 minutes and done part 1. Yeah, well, I built this. I mean, come on. I did get the shed built. It's just building the rest of it seems to be the hard part. I'm curious if there's like. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. I'm curious if there's a way this is supposed to be done versus how I'm doing it. So those 3 pieces are now going to go across the pallet this way. So let's. I also broke it. You can you can see it's not it like the lines are like wavy. I didn't this is not a quality pallet. This is not a pallet you go down to the Home Depot and spend a lot of money on. Too close. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to get it more centered up. There we go. So what we're gonna do now is I keep bumping it. Sorry. I'm gonna try to throw these pieces of wood up over the top of this. So yeah, that's what we're gonna try and do. What time is it? It's 11. Oh, sorry, I keep bumping the camera. There's not enough room for all of this stuff going on. I'm not sure. Not sure what to put glue on. I think I need to put glue on this. On these. Sorry, I keep bumping the camera. Apologize. Alright, this is definitely like one of the worst palettes I've ever seen. This is definitely not a pallet you find in a warehouse. It's definitely more a pallet you find on Heath's N Scale Railroad. All right, so I don't know if there's enough glue to hold them on or not. We're gonna give this. Let's give this a couple minutes. Uh, I'm just giving you a hard time because it's wood. Yeah, there's only 8 people here watching. Oh boy, is that really true? There's only 8 people watching. If there's 8 people watching, I'm going to sleep. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna let this go a little bit. Um, yeah, I wonder with CA and accelerator if it would soak in um, or not. Uh, 31 watching. Okay. Yeah. Styrene and some Model Master, and you'd be walking the dog already. Yeah. This is so here's the funny part, right? I already have for the shed, I've already got a package of 55-gallon barrels, and I've got a set of tires. So I've already got the stuff I'm basically putting in the shed. I'm I'm really just doing this just to see if I could. Like I wanted to know. Oh, OBS mic issue again. Okay, let's close a couple things down. Closing. Don't save. Closing. Is Mike's happy again, or so? I'm closing a couple things down on my computer. Is what I'm doing. Okay, we're back again. Yeah, I apologize. It's a known OBS issue, and it's just we'll get there. We'll get there. So what I was saying was I don't actually plan on using these pallets and this stuff. I actually have these tires and these 55-gallon drums and stuff for this. But I just kind of thought it would be interesting to try it and to see if I can make one of these pallets. I mean, I don't, in this day and age with all the resin printing stuff, you're probably insane if you try and make one of these pallets. So let's see. Probably sorry, I know I hit the camera again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's so is Tom's Trains and Things here? I'm curious if he's noticed the product placement yet or not. Yeah, so the circles are these wire spools right here. So you use this piece of styrene as the centerpiece, and then you make the spools. But I think that me attempting the palette is probably about enough of a challenge for tonight. And yeah, I mean, the durability of these paper things, it's not great. And I will just, I'll just get some resin printed stuff. Tim says he thinks Tom fell asleep. I don't blame him if he fell asleep. I probably would have fallen asleep if I've been watching this. But let's zoom in to watch this next part. So I'm going to attempt to cut this palette out, and we'll see if it holds together or not when it's cut out, and see what it kind of looks like. See if I made a complete and total mess out of it, or if we've actually got some semblance of a palette. So let's see, we're cutting the top. Bottom. Here we go. Well, it's a it's a sad palette. It is a sad palette. But you know, it's I don't even know what to say about it. It was fun, you know, it was fun to try it. I had to give it a try. I thought it was worth trying. Let's just for fun, let's PLETTE. Um, so share screen, Chrome tab. So here for $14 is a little man stacking palette. So, you know, there are oh, here we go. Here's here's a oh, sorry, here. I keep forgetting to share it. I know, I'm sorry. So here's a little N scale palette and Chrome tab. Here's an N scale palette. So, you know, there's definitely companies that make N scale palettes. So I don't you saw them now, right? I shared it. Yeah. I think I shared it. So I don't think I'm going to keep going with these palettes. I am going to do one more thing actually though. What I didn't do, one thing I want to do is, so the bottom's not completely flat because of the sort of the way I glued it together. So I'm just gonna, this is probably not the best idea. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it. Some of these are poking out the bottom a little bit. I think we're just gonna leave it well enough alone. I'm not gonna try and sand it flat. Here's the module. So here's the module it's gonna go on. I don't know where it's gonna go. Doesn't really fit there. I think I've built something that doesn't actually even fit on the module. So that's exciting. It's bigger than I thought it would be. I mean, like right now to kind of put it somewhere, it's going to end up hanging off the module, and there's no flat spot really to put it on the module. So, yeah. Light them on fire. No, we're not lighting anything on fire. One more thing, unboxing. No unboxing tonight. No. I think I'm close to wrap. Mr. Patovid, thank you so much. Really appreciate your support. Love getting the super chats and super stickers. Towards paint for the shed, yes. We will do a little. We will do some painting on the shed. Make it look a little bit more weathered to, you know, knock down the white posts. Yeah. So David says build a Z scale one. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me try and I'm just gonna move this a little bit. And let's zoom in. So here's here are some of the things that I've built over the last couple weeks. We started off with the boats, the picnic table, the outhouse. We've got the little doghouse here, which was kind of insane as well. Now we made this little shed, which is too big. You know what I could do is I could shut I could cut the shed so it's only this back half of the shed, and then it would fit a little bit better to do the back half of the shed. Randall, you didn't miss anything. We're about to do an unboxing. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, sand the pallet too. Yeah. Don't think I'm going to be sanding that. I thought that was an above ground N-scale pool in the background. No. No. The doghouse is a Monopoly hotel. Oh, that would have been a good idea, David. I could have just made the doghouse out of out of Monopoly stuff. But yeah, I mean, it looks. Oh, there goes the shed. The outhouse does look pretty good, I gotta say, for being N scale, for being what it was. I think it worked out. I think it worked out pretty well. So yeah, this definitely needs some painting. The stuff in the center. Yeah, it's not bad. This really does feel like way out of size. Although what Tim just said just made me think. Don't go anywhere. I've got an idea. What I'm looking for is, well, totally the wrong car. Totally the wrong car. But if this, I know, it's just an idea. Just an idea. What if this was, I can't even, I just built this shed, and now I can't get this N-scale train on the layout. But based on what Tim was just saying, maybe if I made it like face the track, I could kind of like think of it as like a, something where the train would drop stuff off. The flat car or whatever, raise this up a little bit, I guess, so that it's lined up with the door of the train, let's say. Hold on, I'm gonna move this so you can see a little better. Maybe I'm gonna move it so you can see a little better. There we go. So yeah, if I lift this up a little bit so that it's like lined up with the door, I could make it like a little like this guy. I don't know how he's on like the main line and he's got a drop off for stuff, but I could kind of make this fit here. And maybe this is like a little outpost or something. So yeah, it's where the train delivers pallets to. Can you put a sound decoder in the outhouse? So we'll get the full realistic experience. So I wouldn't put the sound in the outhouse. What I would do though is try not to knock anything. Let's move this up out of the way. I'm going to start knocking things over if I don't do this. I do have... I can never find stuff quickly when I need it. I've got little sound modules, little separate sound module things that I could definitely put underneath this module. And I could put a little like sensor or something that when somebody got within a certain distance of the module, that it would flush. So I could definitely do that. But yeah, maybe, I don't know. So the thing I'm planning on building next week is this shack here. And just from the size of these pieces, the shack may or may not be too big also. Oh, wow. Okay, I just realized. So this shack is similar to the shed, where it's got like a wood base, and then you put the paper on the outside as like the as the boy, can't remember what that stuff's called again. The stuff on the outside of a house that keeps the rain from coming in. Siding. Wow. My brain is not working anymore. I think it's time. Yeah. Oh, Tim. Of course they don't flush. Duh. Oh, that's too funny. Oh, okay. See, you guys got me going now. I'm totally like, it's totally time for me to go take the train inspector out. And yeah, there you go. Shingles clapboard. Yeah, I know it doesn't flush. I know. I was reading the chat and my mind started racing. And next thing you know, I was going nowhere fast. And join me Monday night. See, here I go again. Join me Wednesday night. Wednesday night, we're going to do a little technology as a tool, not as an obstacle. I think we're going to do some stuff with the shelf setup. We'll add a little DC power switch, back and forth trolley track thing. So that should be kind of fun. And if other people have other tech questions, come on by and we'll discuss, tech type stuff. So it'll be train tech stuff, but we can also, talk about whatever other stuff as well that you want to talk about. So thank you again, everybody. I really appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you all Wednesday.
It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. It's all about humanity. About humanity. It's all about humanity.